Sorry about the squealing. I think there might be some pigs over there. Hola from Guatemala! I'm here in the beautiful town of Chicaman, and I'm so grateful to be here. I'm standing here in the exact spot where about a year ago I prayed and I asked the Lord to send me back to Guatemala. And I'm so grateful that He's done it. It's a testimony of His goodness. I've just been amazed to see how so many of the prayers that I've been praying over the past 6 months, God is actually bringing to pass. I remember coming back from my last trip and just praying that God send more women's ministers to these villages. And I'm so blessed that God has allowed me the opportunity to participate in that prayer becoming a reality. So I'm here in the town of Chicaman. This is where I'm gonna be staying. This is kind of like our mission base, where we're gonna be able to go into the surrounding mountains and reach villages that have previously never had Christian churches until now. So here in the next couple weeks, we're going to be going into these villages to build relationships with the women. We're going to be doing women's discipleship groups where we're going to start to pray together and start to study the Word together, something that some of these women have never experienced before in a Christian context. I want to say a huge thank you to all of those who have prayed into this trip and the ministry that we're going to be doing, who have sown financially into the work that God is doing here. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Truly, these villages are the front lines of the gospel in Guatemala, and I'm so honored to be able to be sent by the Lord and come here, and it would not be possible without you. So I just want to say thank you so much. I love you guys. You're on my prayer list. I'm interceding for you even as you're interceding for me, and thank you so much. The last couple weeks we've just been settling in, kind of just resting, recuperating from the travel, and praying into what God has for us in the next couple months. The family I'm staying with is a lovely missionary family, and they have 5 adorable little ones. We've been doing some homeschool with them and doing some fun activities, going on walks, going to the market, and this family has requested that I don't show their faces because of security reasons. They want to be free to go to whatever nation the Lord sends them. So for that purpose, they have decided to not show their faces, but I'm excited to be able to show you guys a glimpse of life together.
One of the most interesting things about the food here is the giant vegetables. They grow extra large because of the fertile volcanic soil. Electricity here in Chicaman is limited. If the middle light bulb is lit, then you know that you have enough power to take a hot shower or do your laundry. Here, Catholicism is the dominant religion, and unfortunately, faith in Jesus has been blended together with many pagan practices.
Happy Holy Week! Here in Guatemala, it's called Semana Santa, which is the Spanish for Holy Week. As part of the Semana Santa traditions, there's a whole parade that comes through these streets carrying idols that represent Jesus and Mary. And as they parade through these streets, they cross over these beautiful sawdust carpets. And it's a picture of Jesus' triumphal entry right before his crucifixion. So the streets are lined with these carpets, and it's kind of like a moving picture of Jesus' journey from his time on earth to the crucifixion, to the garden of his burial, and to his resurrection. And although this is a Catholic religious ceremony where they're worshiping idols, I can't help but think about what a beautiful picture it is of Jesus' return to Jerusalem. One day, Jesus is going to return to Jerusalem to reign over the earth, and we as his people are called to prepare the way for the King. Coming on a short-term mission trip is so different than coming for a bit of a longer one. I remember on some of my short-term mission trips, I was coming with a team. It was like a really action-packed short stay where every day was full of activities and full of ministry. And I think those trips are beautiful, and God definitely uses them for a purpose, but they are very different, I'm realizing, than just kind of daily life as a missionary. And that's kind of what I'm getting to have a taste of. And I'm realizing as well that I think if I had come on a longer trip at an earlier time in my life, it would have been very difficult for me, because I had such a performance mentality. It would have been very difficult for me to slow down to daily life. And the reality is, I think if you live every day of your life as if you're on a short-term mission trip, you're probably gonna burn out in a few years. And that's not really a sustainable way of life. So coming here, by myself, but also with a wonderful local missionary family here, it's just been a different dynamic, and it's been beautiful. And I'm so grateful that the Lord has shifted my heart to the point where I can see the value in just doing daily life with the Lord. And I feel the freedom in my heart to let go of my expectations for what ministry is supposed to look like. And I can embrace the rhythms of the Holy Spirit. And, when we take time to get still and get quiet in the Lord's presence, that's what allows us to come back into alignment with His rhythm of life. Just like the verse that I shared with you guys earlier, how Jesus said, my yoke is easy, or what did He say? My burden is easy and my yoke is light. I might be phrasing that wrong, but you guys get the point. When we choose to walk at Jesus' pace, we get to experience the beauty and the pleasure of what life with Him is actually like. And so I feel like that's a little bit of what I've been getting to experience these past couple weeks, where I'm on a mission trip. We haven't really started ministry yet, but I'm getting to just enjoy daily life with the Lord and getting to prioritize my friendship with Him over a certain kind of ministry or missions life look a certain way. There's beauty and there's value in learning how to abide in Him and how to walk in the Spirit. So I'm really grateful that these couple weeks have provided such a good foundation for my heart as we get ready to start ministry next week.
At the center of every Guatemalan town, there is a tree. The ceiba tree is the national tree of Guatemala. The ancient Mayans believed that it was the tree of life that connected the heavens to the earth. But as I sit beneath this tree, I'm reminded that although sometimes our religious endeavors can actually distract us from God, that He still remains the center of it all. His promise of rest in His presence remains too. All it takes is to sit down and to look up.